Hello, it's Polish Paul VR. Welcome to the channel. It's so good to be back playing VR games. Finally, I've got my PSVR2. Finally, I've got my games. So I've been checking it out all day. Now, I'm doing the review in progress of Resident Evil Village PSVR2 mode. I spent some time with it. I've got quite a lot to say. To be honest, I think I could do a full review, but I want to complete the game once more. So let's go, let's get started, let's do it. Let's begin maybe from the first impressions. The game gonna greet you and it's gonna make you go to this VR tutorial. You can do it or you cannot do it, it's up to you. You can skip it. It's basically teaches you bits and bobs of the game and basic combat. If you played VR games for a while, it's all gonna come to you naturally anywhere. But anyway, by default, you've got snap turning and blinders. You can switch those off. Also, you can choose your locomotion option by your head or just with the stick, which something I choose. The turning off, the turning speed is there as well. So all the options are here. Everyone is thought about. So they left no page unturned when it comes to the options. Graphically, what I'm seeing, I'm trying to find the differences between this version and the flat version, and I just cannot. The cutscenes themselves, you're being kept in the cutscene most of the time. The pre-rendered cutscenes, they are flat screen, like kind of Resident Evil 7 style. Biohazard. Here it's just this big floating screen in front of you, but when the real-time cutscenes, they keeping you in them. But keep in mind your character will move a lot and your head will not. It won't stay with character, so eventually you're gonna face like in totally opposite direction until the game decides to recenter itself. So sometimes the cutscenes can be kind of confusing, but I still take that over the flat screen in front of my face. It's pretty cool. When it comes to the interactivity, there's a lot of objects laying around in Resident Evil world. You cannot pick up all of them, you cannot touch all of them. The only objects you can pick up is the ones that the game wants you to pick up. Your story objects or just the objects of interest. When it comes to the interactivity, there is those X presses of the button. You have to press X sometimes to do stuff, which can come unnatural as well. But a lot of stuff is done manually as well. I like how you place the weapons on your character and you get to pick them up. And also what I like is the fact that they added manual reloading, even though I complete the game flat many times. My first meeting with the Lycans, and I knew what's coming, I knew what's gonna happen, and I still got confused because it's not just one button press, but you had to physically reload. You can shoot one-handed, but also you can hold your weapon in both hands to reduce recoil. Aiming in VR, pretty cool. Felt really good and very scary. Definitely the first time they like come at you and they drip their blood at you, it feels totally different. The VR version is a different beast. I think that's why what's happening is, if you completed game like me and want to jump straight to your favorite parts of the game, you won't be able to because the VR mode is, let's say, treated like a separate mode. So you have to start game over. Your flat mode file save won't transfer to the VR mode. It's good or bad, I'm gonna get to experience all of it. I got quite far. I can speedrun this game pretty fast now, so, you know, I could just do that and do the review of this VR mode, but I want to spend some time with it. But as of first impression, I'm super amazed. Let me just speak to you about graphics a bit more. The viewing distances are huge. Looks like there is no drawbacks when it comes to VR version. It looks like they kept everything, all the lighting effects. The game uses those big, massive 3D scans on real environments, and it can translate very nicely to VR, looking quite photorealistic. The enemies animations and everything else is also beautiful. The lighting, awesome. Now let me tell you about the darkness as well, because sometimes in VR the darks are just this grey area in front of your face. Here, because of the amazing PSVR2 screen, it's proper blackness. It feels really intense. When it comes to sound, it's on the next level. I don't know even how to describe it, but when you play in VR and you got headphones on, it does something to your brain and it ramps up the immersion and scariness to the next level 10 times more. Like I said, I played this game before, I knew what's coming, and it's got me big time. It's super awesome. I must say this one is the best game ever, the best graphically, well, let's say, looking game I ever experienced. This is the only PSVR2 game I played so far. This is the first game I wanted to play, beautiful, absolutely stunning, so highly recommend you to pick it up. Of course, I'm gonna do full review as well, but you know what's coming. I'm absolutely loving it. It's super, super awesome. Okay, for all the latest PlayStation VR2 news and reviews and everything else related to PSVR2 hardware and accessories, stay tuned to the channel, and that's it. Bye 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 bye.